Susan Mallery, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You have just become a big New York Times bestseller success time and time and time again. And the big excitement, I think, is with Fool's Gold.
I'm really excited about Fool's Gold. I wanted to start a new series. I've done family-based, and I thought, actually, it was advice from Debbie Macomber. And when Miss Macomber calls,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
listen. And she said, honey, stop writing about families, write about a place. And I thought, wow, this is why she's smart. Um, so that's what I was mulling around, and I read an article about the upcoming census. This was in 2008, and they were talking about other things, but a lot about what towns discover about themselves. And I'm thinking, yeah, not that interesting. And world's biggest tomato, most growing, most colleges, and all of a sudden I thought, what if they didn't have men? And threw down the article, ran to my computer, started making notes, called my editor, what do you think about this? So Fool's Gold with the man shortage was born. It was fun.
Yeah. So Fool's Gold, you've created a whole town.
Mm-hmm.
We have shops in the town.
We do.
We have a map of the town on your site.
We do.
And who created all that? Was that your design?
It was my assistant, Janelle, who designed the entire, she did the map, she did the ads for the businesses. It's a free PDF you can download. It's adorable. It's in 4-color. It looks great. We did a video of the town. In fact, the whole town has a website, foolsgoldca.com, foolsgoldcalifornia.com. And you can look in the shops. You can see who the characters are. All the characters are listed. You can take a video tour that is hosted by my poodle, because it's a family endeavor. We keep the dog employed. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying not wrapping everything up every time. With the family series, Run Out of Sisters, you're done with the story. But this is ongoing, and I'm already planning 9 books.
Wow,
I
great.
know.
Oh, I'm so excited.
The first 3 are out this year, and I'm actually contracted through book 9, and then there'll be a Christmas. I think it's going to be a Fool's Gold Christmas in 2012. And I'm playing with some other things. We're talking about, I would love to do, we're going to do a bodyguard school. We're talking about doing a cooking school, and I'm maybe something with alien landings. I don't know.
Oh my. Now you do have a knitting pattern there.
We do.
And you have some recipes as well?
Oh yes, there is a whole Fool's Gold cookbook, and
Oh
there is a knitting pattern. There's a puppet of my dog, Nikki, because she's a toy poodle. She's inherently cute. She can't help it.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know she's cute. There's pictures of her in clothes, and there's, in fact, on my website, there's a page for Nikki called Why I Hate Susan Mallery, and it's Nikki in clothes.
So she's not a stuck-up cute that knows that she's cute.
She's a dog.
Just, okay.
She's a serious dog, but she's 6 pounds,
Oh.
so it's really hard to take her seriously. But in her world, she is just a dog. When she sees a dress, she runs.
Yeah. Well, I guess that crosses off, do you like cats or dogs?
I've always actually been a cat person, but
really?
we got a dog, and my husband's like, okay, your dog, especially when I said it's a poodle. It took about 2 days of her doing the happy dance when he got home, and he is insane about her. She's definitely a daddy's girl. So when he comes home, she jumps on the sofa, and she's like a motorboat engine, just vibrating with her front paws on the arm of the sofa and her back feet on the cushion, and she just is like trembling and shaking, and her tail's going until daddy pays attention. Yeah, I get kissed second. Just.
So Chasing Perfect has been in our bookstores now over a month.
Yes.
And doing very, very well. And boy, I don't think it's even slipped on the bestseller list yet.
I'm really happy with how people are enjoying the book. I had a great time with the characters.
Tell us a little bit about Josh.
Josh was supposed to be a bioengineer. I took the idea to Plot Group, and I said, he's going to turn algae into fuel, and they all blinked at me and said, wow, that's really interesting. What if he was a cyclist like Lance Armstrong, but, cuter? So I said, really? And they said, please, we beg you, do not do the bioengineer. So he became a cyclist, and I did some research. It was fun. Most bike races are in kilometers, and then I had to find the kilometer calculator to turn it back into miles, because I can't do that in my head. So it was really fun. And Josh is, he has some secrets that are kind of holding him back in life. So I like dealing with that. And that's what the book's about, the whole issue of chasing perfect. He's not perfect. Everyone thinks he is, and that bothers him. He loves this town. This town rescued him. He was abandoned literally as a child, and the town took him in and raised him. So he owes them and wants to be everything they want him to be, and he's not. So that's sort of his journey, and that's fun.
Oh, and it's wonderful how you took the characters and brought them to, their happy ending. Readers, read this book. It's awesome. The series is awesome.
Thank you.
Tell us about Almost Perfect as well.
Almost Perfect is really fun. It's Josh's friend Ethan, and Ethan had a girl from the past. And one of the best parts about Liz, his heroine, is she's a mystery writer, and I've never done a writer before, despite having written, lots and lots of books. But he sort of treated her badly in high school, so in her mystery, she kills him over and over again. And you have to respect that kind of revenge. I love Liz. She's terrific. But she's very into family. There's a family crisis, and she's forced to come back to the one place she swore she would never go again. And that's Fool's Gold, and she's stuck. And now she has to deal with Ethan, and they have some things, and it's fun. And then the town gets involved.
Yeah. And then the last one is Finding Perfect. And these are all back to back. Almost Perfect is in stores now.
Right.
And Finding Perfect is next month.
It's September.
Or September. Oops.
Yeah, they're a month apart.
Yep.
We tried a month apart.
Yep.
Next year, we're going to go back to back again, which
Oh, okay.
I think is nicer. A little more pressure on me, but that's okay. Better for the readers when they're back to back.
Well, you know me. I have to have everything at once. So
I'm with you. Instant gratification is very important. And the last book is Pia's book. She plans the town festivals, which are a big part of Fool's Gold. They have festivals practically every weekend. In fact, I'm working on a festival chart so I can keep track of when each festival is. And her hero is Raoul, who was in an old book of mine called Sweet Spot. He was the teenager who was going to play football. And I got a lot of mail on him saying, oh, he's wonderful. And then when I was in the middle of writing my previous series, a reader said, would you put him in this series? And I thought, oh yeah, that would have been intelligent, but no. So I planned right away, he has to go in the next series. So he's all grown up now and quite the hunky guy. So
yeah,
it's fun.
He definitely is.
He is.
So, Susan, you are a New York Times bestseller. You are a success. Do you have to pinch yourself sometimes? You're such a normal lady.
I know. Well, I still remember the first time I made the New York Times. I can tell you exactly where I was standing. It was July. We were in a rental. I had been dealing with my agent all day about negotiating my new deal. I was very excited, and the phone rang at 2:20, and it was the caller ID said my agent, and I actually said, why are you calling me? We've talked like 20 times today. And she starts laughing, and she said, you made the New York Times list. And I couldn't believe it. I was astonished. So the next morning, my girlfriend called, and she's like, how do you feel? How is it different? What are you doing? I said, well, the dog just went to the bathroom and I'm cleaning up that. So nothing really has changed in my household, although I did get lovely flowers from my friends and my publishers. But it does feel weird. I've been published for about 18 years, so I am not an overnight success, although some people think I am. I've written over 100 books.
Yeah.
I love what I do. It is an interesting juxtaposition of this is who I am and what I've always done, and suddenly it's like, oh, you're famous. It's like, well, no, I still have to, clean up after the dog. But it's wonderful, and I appreciate the success, and I appreciate that I have more readers, and people are talking about my stories, and I get more feedback because I have more readers writing me, telling me what they like, and sometimes what they don't like, but that's okay too. I appreciate the opportunity to keep doing what I love to do, and that's what this means for me is they don't want me to stop, so I'm happy about that.
Readers that want to see you can drop on by Borders True Romance blog anytime. You are so sweet, visiting us all the time with your lovely comments. I have to laugh every time you leave a little comment. You always brighten up my day.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think you have a wonderful blog. I mean, it's really active, and people talk about things. I mean, some of the blogs, oh yeah, great comment. But there's actually conversation, and it's fun to, especially when they're talking about books, to eavesdrop and find out what they like. I always want to know, why does this book resonate, and why does another book not? Yeah. What is connecting? What is important? My job is to entertain. I need to know what they want to hear, what they want to see, and then make it my own and offer that to them as an entertainment choice. So I love that dialogue is always available, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. You certainly are delivering what readers want. And thanks so much for sitting with me today.
Thanks for having me.